Hey guys, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. It's been a little while since I've done a video. I was getting some comments, some text messages, and then my dad called and said, hey, you haven't done a video in a while. I said, I know, Dad, there's been a lot of things going on. Some friends are messaging me that I didn't even know watch this channel, saying, hey, it's been a while since you've done a video, you better get on it. So here we are, guys. So sometimes in life there's plans change. I know all too well about that. That's basically sums up the last 6 months of my life. We wanted to build a pole barn within, 2 years of buying this property. We bought this house in March of last year. It's now April of 2021 and no pole barn yet. There's been a lot of things going on, a lot of setbacks. If you guys watch the channel, I'm not even going into that right now. We wanted a pole barn. Then it came into designing pole barns and trying to figure out what's going on. What do we want? Do I build a little horse barn for the livestock now? Then do I build a bigger shop, all skinned out, radiant floor heat, all that stuff in the future? Do I combine them? Our friends have a 50 by 88, I believe. Part of it's the horse barn. The other half is his shop. So things are just going around and around, trying to figure stuff, what's going on, what's the best options for us, stuff like that. So the pole barn got put on hold because of lumber prices. I read an article the other day, and I wish I would have saved it to my phone so I could tell you where I read it from, but lumber has gone up over 200% last 12 months. I'm not getting into politics. I don't know, I'm not getting into politics. Some people blame it on that. Some people blame it on COVID. I'm sure there's a number of reasons. But when we first bought this house, actually before we even signed on the house, I got a quote for a pole barn. They wanted $56,000 or $57,000, I do believe. Was a 40 by 64, lean-tos on it, enclosed. I figured I'd put the horses on the lean-to, and then I would have the pole barn in the middle. I could finish as a shop, all that stuff. So when we first bought the house, we said, hey, we can do this. We'll do it. Wait in a year. Let's get it done. Well, a lot of things changed in the world in the last 12 to 13 months. The current quote on that exact pole barn, because of the increase in lumber, steel, you name it, everything's high right now, gasoline, was pushing 80 grand. So by the time I put concrete in it, electric, I got a $100,000 pole barn, and we didn't pay much more for that than we paid for this whole property. So we said, hey, we're gonna put that on hold for a while. We wanted to get the mini horses out here. We wanted to get the goats that we bought, the kiddo for Easter out here. I'd like to get hogs next year, maybe a couple cows. So I got on Menards, on Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever you got around you. A lot of those websites have building tools where you can kind of design a building or a loafing shed or a run-in shed, whatever you want to call it. They give you a material list. Watching that hornet back there. They give you a material list, and then you have to build it yourself. So we thought about going that route. I priced a couple options. Then for me, I can't build one right now, dealing with this whole arm situation. So I called some guys I know, and they said, hey, the earliest we could get to it is this fall. And they want like $2 grand to build one of these. So I started doing some options. Was on YouTube, scrolling through YouTube, and there's a very well-known pole builder not far from me, about an hour and 15 minutes. And I saw they had a little video on a loafing shed, a run-in shed, whatever you want to call it. So I called them. I said, you guys build these? And they said, yeah, we build them through the winter to keep our guys busy. I said, okay. I said, how much? Now, these guys build very nice quality pole barns. They've actually given me some of my other quotes on a pole barn. Everyone I know that has a barn built by Attica Lumber is super happy with it, no issues, fantastic craftsmanship, the whole 9 yards. So I called him, and I was afraid to hear the price. And he told me, we build these barns for these little sheds for $2 grand a piece. I said, what? Because I cannot buy the materials to build one of these for $2 grand right now. So I said, how many do you have? And they said, we have 2 of them left. He goes, unfortunately, they don't match. But once these are gone, we're done until the guys get time to build them. Whether they get rained out for a week or so, cold snap, or like I said, next winter. I said, I will take them. I will come down and look at them in 2 days, and I will pay for them. And they said, all right, we'll put your name on them. So I got down there and was looking at these. Took my dad with me, who's my dad's one of my best friends. I love him to death. My dad's a little skeptical on a lot of things, and I know he's watching this video. And I kind of was waiting for my dad to say, you know, you can do better than these, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, the craftsmanship, blah, blah, blah. My dad got out of the truck, looked at these, and he looked at me and he goes, you are stupid if you don't buy these. These are on 6x6 treated runners. These sheds are 9 by 18 feet long. I would have preferred them be a little bit bigger, but for 2 mini horses, 3 goats, and some hay storage, these are going to be just fine. I'm going to finish off the front of 2 of them. So each one of the mini horses is going to have a 9 by 9 stall. The goats, I'm probably going to split it maybe in thirds. 3 little pygmies do not need a ton of space, especially when they have a big run. Just something to get out of the weather, and I'll finish it off for the winter so they stay warm and dry. Very important to me that the animals have a place to get completely out of the weather. So it's windy here. I'll take you on a little tour. These do not match, like I just said. I talked to Attica Lumber. If I build a barn in the next couple of years, it's going to be these guys. And they said it'd be no problem at that point to reskin these to match the big barn, or we can do these like a traditional red and white, had the big barn separate. And the end game for these 2 loafing sheds or run-ins, whatever you want to call them, is that once we're done with the mini horses, I can rip the wood out of them, the stalls, open them back up, and I'll use them for cattle shelters or little hog barns. We never raised hogs year round. We always buy them in April and send them to slaughter in November, December. So these will work fantastic for that. I got a hold of the neighbor. We're going to dig a little pad out here. Like I said, I want these to be dry on the inside. We're on straight limestone. There's a lot of limestone quarries around us. So I want to go at least 6 inches deep, remove the topsoil, put in some number 6 limestone, top it off with some 411 screenings, limestone, crusher's run, whatever you want to call it, wherever you're from. Throw down some stall mats, be easy to clean, good drainage for the animals, and I think these will be fantastic. And as I said, one is a tan and brown. It's tan with the brown roof and brown trim. This one that I'm standing in right now just got delivered, just got off the truck, and it is a gray with another gray trim, just slightly off, and a red roof with a little bit of red trim in the front. So like I said, the colors don't match. For $2,000 a piece, we couldn't turn this down. So let's go outside and we'll show you around these things. Alright, sorry about the wind out there. Not much I can do about that. I was actually going to do a different video today, but I guess that can wait. So, what I liked about these compared to some of the other sheds I saw online or the kits you can buy, Attica Lumber really likes to use these laminated columns on their pole barns if you watch some of their videos. The same laminated columns that they're using in their big pole barns, they're using in these loafing sheds. Turn you over here. That is a laminated 2x6 3-ply column. Everything in here is just heavy duty. Look up here. A lot of the sheds I saw are running like 2x3 purlins. These are actually 2x4 purlins. A lot of this stuff in here is treated wood, even though technically it probably doesn't need to be back there. What I liked about these over some of the other things that I saw out there is these are on 6x6 one piece beams that they're using as skids, treated lumber. Now I looked these up at my local Menards last week. For me to buy an 18 or a 19 foot treated 6x6 choice grade, it's going to run you about $250 a piece right now. Now each one of these sheds is on 2 runners, so you can move them where you want them, kind of backfill them in with stone, dirt, whatever you want to do. So out of the $4,000 we paid for these 2 units, there's $1,000 just in treated beams. I don't know where we're going to put our permanent pole barn at yet. So I kind of like the idea that I can move these. Obviously, like I said, I'm going to stone them in for now, but then when we do decide to move them someday, it's not going to be a problem. As you saw with my dad unloading them off the trailer, came off pretty smooth, and it's no work at all for the little Kubota. Everything's screwed in here. Everything is reinforced. Let me take you up here to the front, show you some of that stuff that really kind of made these guys stick out and above everyone else. Now that was a gorgeous sight. I know I ruined it, I'm sorry. Had to come in here out of the wind. The wind blew the tripod over. Sammy the rooster is staring at me. I don't think he's happy with me right now. But like I was saying, these things are built super heavy duty. We have a treated 4x6 here with extra supports up there that are treated 4x4s. So very happy with these. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Go check out Attica Lumber. They do have a YouTube page. There's not a lot of people subscribed to it. They mostly build, I would say, northwest, north central Ohio. They might go down to Columbus area. I'm not sure. But they're very well known. Fantastic guys. Every time you walk into their shop, you're talking to the owner. So he actually told me that he started designing these for his own horses, and then customers wanted to start buying them. One thing I did not go over is the dimensions up on top here. In the front, 7 feet. In the back, it's 6 feet. You could get a full-size horse in here. I'm always leery about that. We had a full jump up in a very tall stall one time, hit the back of her head and kill her. Very nice foal. So freak accidents with horses do happen, and I'm sure horse owners do know that. I've been around them my whole life. If there's something that can go wrong, sooner or later, it's going to go wrong. I think if I was going to actually have these out on pasture for big horses, I would have these a little bit taller. For cattle, hogs, the mini horses, the goats, these are going to be more than sufficient for what we need. Again, sorry about the lighting, sorry about the wind, but I was super excited that they delivered this today. They delivered the brown one Monday or Tuesday, I can't remember, and Tuesday I believe, and then today's Friday, they dropped this one off. So that's going to wrap this video up. Might let the chickens out for a while. I don't think we're going anywhere today. We've been having a little bit of an issue with a hawk problem, but I don't see any today, so we'll go ahead and let the girls out. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate all the support. The whole situation with the arm thing is just a giant fiasco right now, but I appreciate everything and all the comments and support you guys are giving me. So take care, everybody. Be safe, have fun, and God bless. See you later.